Okay, good evening, children. Let us share my screen. Sir, Bharat sir, is it visible to you? Screen.
Yes, sir, it is visible.
Okay, right. So, good evening once again, children. I think we completed two topics. One from 6th class, food, and second one from 7th class, food components. Okay. So, now we are going for 6th class plants, parts and functions. Okay. Now I'm sharing my slide. Right. So, plants, parts and functions. Are all plants similar? What are the similarities among them? Okay. See, first of all, my question is, are all plants similar? All are similar? Now I am watching your chart. Asmita, right, leaves and stem. And rest of all? No, right. Siddharth, no, plants are not similar, right? Very good. Okay. Even though from 27 participants, only 2-3 are active in the chart, no problem. So here, all plants are not similar. What are the similarities among them? So some plants looks like similar. It means some parts are similar in most of the plants. What are those plants? Those parts? Okay. See this picture. I think you have got one idea. Some parts are visible in this picture. Okay. So, this is the root system or roots, and this is the stem, and these are the branches, and these are the leaves, which looking in green in color. Of course, some flowers, fruits are there. Okay, right. Let us try to understand about different parts of plants through activities. We do some activities. Why? Because this is not a physical class. So we go for online charting activity. Right. So identification of plant parts. Just now we are discussing about some parts are there, some parts are visible. It means why? Because in most of the plants, root system is in underground. So that's not visible for properly. Did you find any plant which does not have roots? Actually, most of the plants have roots. Only some of the plants have nothing have without roots. But the root system is behind the soil, beneath the soil. Are the leaves of all plants similar in size? No, right. Why? Because we are observing so many plants around us. We will see some examples also. Okay. But in those examples, all plants having leaves, okay, most of them. But in these plants, the leaves are not similar. It means not similar in size, not similar in shape, not similar in venation, not similar in margins, not similar at tip. So many differences are there. Okay. Is there any plant without flowers? Yeah. We see so many plants without flowers. Why? Because in some particular non-flowering season also, the plants will look without flowers. But Some cryptogams are there in which flowers are absent. The flowers are present in the phanerogams you will learn in the higher classes. So what are the common parts that you observe in all plants? See here. First of all, we may start from roots. Root system. Just observe the roots. Just observe the roots. Here, two diagrams are given to you. This is one type of root system and this is the another type of root system. Now tell me, are these two root systems are similar? Some persons raised their hand, but children, remember, I will give you a chance later. No problem, we will discuss later. Okay. Okay. So, these two root systems are not similar. Okay, Aishwarya and Sanjana, very good. Two are different. Okay, right. So what are the differences in between the root systems? And what is the name of that root system? How will they look like? We will discuss. See, the first one, in some plants, the main root becomes thick and has thin rootlets. See here, this is the main root. I think you are observing my cursor. This is the main root. Yeah. These are the rootlets. Rootlets. The parts of the So, most of the plants, of course, they are called as dicot plants. You will learn in the higher classes. These plants having a main thick root and having thin rootlets. This main root is known as tap root, talli veru, because it is thick and long or large. And the rootlets, these rootlets are called as lateral roots. Okay, so this type of system is called as tap root system. This system is called as tap root system. Okay, so in tap root system, one main tap root is there and some thin lateral roots are present. Right? We go for second one. What is this? In some plants, we find small hair-like roots arising from the base of the stem. See here, this is the stem part. From the base of the stem, all similar roots arising from the base of the stem, and all these are hair-like structures. There is no difference between tap root and lateral root, thin or thick. This type of root system is known as fibrous root system. This is called as fibrous. Peechu veru vyavastha. Here, all roots are similar and there is no main root. Anurag, I will give you later. Okay. So, this type of root system is called as fibrous root system. In this fibrous root system, all the roots are similar. There is no difference between one root to the other. All are hair-like. This is the fiber-like. So, fibrous root system. Right? So, up to this, we discussed about two types of root systems. First one is tap root system and this one is fibrous root system. Okay. Next, functions of the roots. Here we are observing two types of root systems. The first one, the above one is tap root system and the below one is fibrous root system. So observe the roots of the plants. What is the main function? Soil is attached to the roots. It means the roots are penetrating with the soil. The roots help to fix the plant tightly to the soil. Why? Because whenever the root system is there, it is penetrating or fix the plant tightly to the soil, and by this it is absorbing minerals, salts, water from the soil. So we cannot easily uproot the plant because the stem comes outward or aerial. We cannot easily uproot. Why? Because the root system is there. It is fixing the plant thoroughly in the soil. Do you know why the roots penetrate deep into the soil? Why this root system penetrate into the soil? Come on, children, let on the chart. For what purpose? As they searching for something. What is that? Roots are searching for something. What is that? For growth, okay, to grow, strength, water, yeah. So many answers are there. Very good, very good, very good. So, absorption of water is one of the main functions of the roots. Of course, fixing the plant in the soil, one more function. And here, absorption of the water is also a main function of the root system. For this, I think all of you did this experiment in your school laboratory, even though, see here briefly about this experiment, just briefly, just to brush up your knowledge, just to remember your school lab days. Take 2 glass tumblers filled with water. Okay. Collect 2 plants having soft stems along with their roots. Here roots are there. Add color or red ink in one of the tumblers. Place the plants in each of the tumbler. Let them be for 2 to 3 hours and observe carefully. 2 గ్లాసులు తీసుకున్నాం, రెండిట్లో నీళ్లు పోసినాం, ఒక దాంట్లో రెడ్ ఇంక్ లేదా రెడ్ కలర్ పోసినాం, రెండిట్లో కూడా మొక్కలు పెట్టేస్తాం. Just observe this experiment for 2 to 3 hours. Imagine what will happen. Why do you think we added red ink in the tumbler? It means to observe easily about what is happening. Did you see any red spots in the stem or other parts of any of the plants? Yeah. The below plant, the second tumbler having red ink in this plant, red spots appear on the stem or leaves. Not flowers, leaves. So, now tell me, why did red spots appear on the stem or leaves? Why? Because we can conclude that roots help in taking up water from the soil. Imagine, this is the water and the root absorb the water from the glass tumbler up to the stem, and the water finally reaches to the leaves. So from the water, they absorb red ink, red color also. So what happened naturally? This water with red color transfers or transports from roots, stem to the leaves. So in the veins, red spots appear. Okay. So they do this by absorption, a special process called as absorption. Minerals present in the soil are also absorbed along with the water. I remember this point very carefully. The minerals which are present in the solid state does not absorbed by the soil. Whenever the minerals are dissolved in the water, neetilo karigi unnappude, when they dissolved in the water, then only they absorbed by the roots as the part of the absorption of water. Okay. So these are also roots. Of course, they appear in special shape. Why? Some plants store food in roots and stems. Of course, These plants store in roots. Some plants like radish, this is radish, carrot and beetroot store food materials in their roots. These roots bulge out and called tuberous roots. Okay. Anil, yeah, tuberous roots. Siddharth, they are not stems. Some other stems are there. They store the food materials in the stems also. For example, sugarcane, that is the stem. The food is stored in the stems. Okay. Whenever we are discussing about the stems, we will discuss later. Okay. Now we are discussing about the roots. Here they are the tuberous roots or the storage roots. Okay. It means the food is stored in the roots. Right? Okay. Next we go for leaf. As we know, a very popular part in the plant. Why? Because generally when we are discussing about the plant, in our mind, what will happen? Green color appears. This green color because of the leaves. Generally, most of the plants are green. Why? Because in your higher classes, you will discuss about the green plants and non-green plants also. Some other fungi, some other plants are there, they are non-green color. Okay. So leaves are another and sorry to say that solve the problem. Just last problem. Okay, I'm the screen.
మీ వాయిస్ కట్ అవుతుంది సార్.
ఇంట్లో కొద్దిగా ఇంటర్నెట్ కరెంట్ పోయింది, మళ్ళీ సెల్ ద్వారా జాయిన్ అయ్యాను.
Yes sir, okay sir, okay.
Is it visible, sir? Okay.
లోడ్ అవుతుంది సార్, లోడ్ అవుతుంది.
ఓకే సెల్ కదా. Yeah. So children, the leaves as a major part of the and clearly visible part of the plants. Most plants that we see in our surroundings have different types of leaves. What type of leaves? Here I label parts, and with the discussion, clear the names of the other. See, every leaf having so many parts. See here, this is the main part. This is the midrib. Is it clear? So this is the midrib, right? And here the last one, first A, B, C, and D. This would be what A. Come on to the chart is A. Is the A part. Anyone? What A? Guys. Anyone? Yeah.
సార్ మీరు కెమెరా క్లోజ్ చేసేయండి సార్. మీ వాయిస్ కరెక్ట్ గా వినిపించడం లేదు. కెమెరా క్లోజ్ చేసేయండి సార్.
Okay. Now,
hello sir.
This is sir.
సార్ కెమెరా క్లోజ్ చేసేయండి సార్. మీ వాయిస్ కొంచెం క్లియర్ గా లేదు.
Is clear, sir? No? Bharat sir?
ఇప్పుడు క్లియర్ సార్. ఇప్పుడు క్లియర్ సార్.
ఓకే. మీకు కరెంట్ కొద్దిగా అప్ అండ్ డౌన్ అవుతుంది. దాంతో కొద్దిగా అది
నెట్వర్క్ బాగాలేకపోతే వీడియో ఆఫ్ చేసాను సార్. బ్యాండ్ విడ్త్ సేవ్ అవుతుంది.
ఓకే ఓకే, అది ఆఫ్ చేశాను. సో స్క్రీన్ కనిపిస్తుంది కదా సార్?
కనిపిస్తుంది సార్. క్లియర్ సార్.
Okay. So children, sorry for the inconvenience about the technical fault. So see here. So now discuss what is A. A means what is the part which is labeled as A. What is this part? Anyone? This is lamina. This is lamina. Lamina means patra dalamu, leaf lamina, the total shape of the plant. Yeah. not vein, Nikita. This is lamina. Yeah, Asmit, right. Next, B. What about the B? Now tell me, Nikita. So this is vein. Yeah, this is vein. Very good. Now tell me, what is the C? C. What is the C? It means what is the labeled part, which is labeled as C, not stomata, Sanjana, not stem. Anymore? Yeah, petiole. This is the petiole. Okay. And what is this one? This is the leaf base. D is the leaf base. Yeah. Where base. Where the leaf is attached to the stem. Okay. Now, see here. Now tell me, are all leaves are same? Or all leaves are similar? See here. Here, most of the children observing about the leaves. Are all leaves are similar? No. Very good. No. Right. No. See here, so many plants are there. Here, all leaves are not similar. Okay. So collect and observe the leaves of some plants. How are they? Are all the leaves of the same size and same shape? No. And this is one activity done in our school. And they prepared so many shapes, different shapes with the leaves only. Butterflies, insects, snakes, some other things they made. Okay. So here, all the leaves are not similar size, not in similar shape, not in similar about the margin. Of course, not in similar in their colors also. They're different in color. Of course, when you observe in a dicot leaf or a broad leaf, you may observe that the color of upper side is different with the lower side. Is it right? Yeah. Upper and lower sides also different in color, different in nature. Okay. So next we go for a venation. Just now we discussed about the size and shape is different. What is venation? The leaf lamina usually consists of a midrib, veins, and veinlets arranged in the form of a network. మధ్య ఒక పెద్ద ఈనె ఉంటుంది. దీనికి సపోర్ట్ గా అనేకమైనటువంటి ఈనెలు ఉంటాయి. దాని నుంచి మళ్ళీ అనేకమైన చిన్న చిన్న పిల్ల ఈనెలు వస్తాయి. So these midrib, veins, and veinlets, the total together they form a network. That network of the vein, midrib, veinlets, the total is called as venation. This venation gives a support, like our skeleton. The venation gives support for the leaves. Okay. The arrangement of veins in the lamina is called venation. Venation acts as a skeleton of the leaf and give it a shape and support. Think what would happen if there are no veins in the leaf. Imagine, just think and remember, if there is no skeleton, how we looks like? Like that, if there is no midrib, no veins and veinlets, the leaf also looks in different in shape. Of course, their function is also disabled. Okay. Next, see about the types of venation. Like the plants, leaves, and their colors, shapes, and sizes are different, the venation is also different. Okay. This is one type of venation, and that is called as reticulate venation. Reticulate means web-like, web, jala, oka vala. Reticulate means jalakara eenala vyapanamu. It's a reticulate venation, a web-like or network-like venation. It means along midrib is there. It is having so many veins and veinlets, and the midrib veins and veinlets. Yeah, reticulate. The network appears like a net work like structure. So this is called as reticulate venation. In dicot plants, we will learn in the higher classes. In dicotyledon plants, you will see the reticulate venation. And this is parallel venation. Parallel. See this? All the veins are similar. There is no midrib, there is no side veins, and there is no veinlets. All the veins are similar and all the veins are in parallel. They are in parallel like grass. In the banana leaf also you see the parallel veins. So this type of venation is called as parallel venation. Why? Because the veins are in parallel state. Okay, yeah, parallel. So you will see that the plants with taproot system have the leaves with web-like or reticulate venation, and plants with the fibrous roots have parallel venation. Clearly, it is only 1 or 2 exceptions are there. You will learn in the very, very higher classes. But ఏవైతే మొక్కల్లో ట్యాప్ రూట్ సిస్టమ్ ఉంటుందో దానిలో రెటికులేట్ వెనేషన్ ఉంటుంది. ఏవైతే మొక్కలలో ఫైబ్రస్ రూట్ సిస్టమ్ ఉంటుందో దాంట్లో ప్యారలల్ వెనేషన్ ఉంటుంది. ఇట్ ఈస్ క్లియర్. ఓకే. The plants with taproot system having reticulate venation. The plants with fibrous root system having parallel venation. Okay. Functions of a leaf. Leaves play an important role in the life of plants. Plants also breathe like us. Oh, this is a very, very new point to you, I think. Plants also breathe like us. Remember, we have a nose. What about the plants? Either they have also a nose. Okay. Do you know which part of the plant acts as their nose? Like our nose, in plants also one part is there. Yeah, stomata. Very good, very good. Stomata. The bean-shaped guard cells. See here, these the green, these two are guard cells. Guard. ఆ చిన్న పోర్ను రక్షించేటువంటి guard cells. The bean-shaped or guard cells part that you see in the leaf acts like our nose. మన ముక్కు ఎలా పనిచేస్తుందో ఈ స్టొమాటా అలా పనిచేస్తుంది. These are called stomata. It is useful in the exchange of gases between the plant and the atmosphere, like stomata, right? So stomata acts as our nose. They are meant for gaseous exchange from plants and atmosphere. Next, transpiration. Leaves having one more major role, that is transpiration. Plants release excess water in their body through stomata and some other parts as well. We will learn in the higher classes like lenticels present on the stem. We will learn in the higher classes. For here, yeah, very good. Transpiration. అంటే మొక్కలు తమలో ఎక్కువైన నీటి ఆవిరి రూపం లోపల పత్ర రంధ్రాల ద్వారా కోల్పోతాయి. దీన్ని బాష్పోత్సేకము అంటారు. ఓకే. The water is released in the form of vapor, and this process is called as transpiration. You will learn in the classes about transpiration in detail. This is a necessary evil. This is a compulsory process for the transportation of mineral salts. Okay, transportation is very, very necessary for the plants. Think what will happen if transpiration does not take place in plants. Transpiration జరగకపోతే ఏమవుతుంది? ఎక్సెస్ నీరు మొక్కలోనే ఉండిపోతుంది. అంటే మొక్క ఇంకా ఫర్దర్ నీటిని పీల్చుకోదు. నీటిని పీల్చుకోదు అంటే నీటి ద్వారా పీల్చుకునేటువంటి మినరల్ అండ్ సాల్ట్స్ ని కూడా పీల్చుకోదు. మొక్కకు కావాల్సిన రిక్వైర్మెంట్స్, నెసెసిటీస్ ఆర్ డిక్రీస్డ్. ఓకే, the major metabolic problems upsets occur in the plants. So transpiration is a compulsory process which will be done through the leaves. Another leaf function is the preparation of food, the major function for the plant by the process of photosynthesis. Okay, leaves, because of having green color, because in which green chlorophyll is there, so by this chlorophyll they will synthesize the food materials in presence of light. Photosynthesis. So plants will synthesize the food in the presence of light. Photosynthesis, kirana janya samyoga kriya. కాంతి సమక్షంలో మొక్కలు ఆహారాన్ని తయారు చేసుకునేటువంటి ప్రక్రియ. About the photosynthesis, we will learn in the higher classes. Okay, photosynthesis is done by the leaves itself. Of course, some green stems also they perform. According to your class, photosynthesis is done by the leaves. Stem. Now coming to the part of stem. See here, stem provides support to the plant. ఇక్కడ మీకు అనేక రకాలైనటువంటి మొక్కలు ఇవ్వటం జరిగింది. చూస్తున్నారా? ఓకే. What about the stem? Observe the stem portion of some plants. So this is the stem, this is the stem, and this is also the stem, and this is also the stem behind that. Okay. Do all plants have stems? Yeah, most of the plants have stems. Okay. No. Why is that? The why no? Do all plants are not having any stems? Okay. Are the stems of all plants similar? Yeah. For this, we say no. How is the stem of the plant that grows horizontally? Some stems, they grow vertical, and some stems, they grow horizontal. Some creepers are there, some other, so many types of stems are there. Yeah, in grasses. Yeah, very good, very good, very good. So grass has no stem. Oh, no. Grass also having stems. That is in the form of runners, stolers, suckers. So many types of grass are there. In each and every grass plant, stem is there. Okay, but leaves appear broader, stems also there. Okay, wherever the roots are appearing from the base, imagine that's the stem. Okay, leaves and flowers grow from the stem, and these are aerial. What about the roots? Roots also, yeah, Anurag, so many plants are there, right? So from the base of the stem, roots will grow. If you observe carefully, you will see a scar on the stem where the leaf arises. That is node. That is called as node. Kanupu antaru. Akkadi nunchi ఆకులు వస్తాయి. ఆకులు branches. The stem branches into sub branches and bear leaves, flowers, and fruits. See here, stem having so many branches and sub branches that bear leaves, fruits, and flowers. కాండము అనేక శాఖలు ఏర్పడుతుంది. కాండం పైన శాఖలు వస్తాయి. శాఖల పైన పత్రాలు ఉంటాయి, పుష్పాలు ఉంటాయి. Yeah, sub branches, and they may having flowers, leaves, and flowers. Ultimately, they may turn into, after fertilization, they turn into fruits. Yeah. Stem carrying food material. In the previous, we discussed about roots. They absorb water. Okay. What about the water? When the roots absorb the water, it will give up to the stem. The stems carry the water up to the leaves. Of course, they also carry the food material up to the utilization points or the storage points. So from the roots, they are carrying water. From the leaves, they are carrying food materials. Okay, it is performing both the functions. Yeah. The water absorbed by the root is carried through the stem to all the parts of the plants. అంతే కదా, వేరు నుంచి కాండం వరకు వచ్చినాయి నీళ్లు. మరి ఆ నీళ్ళు ఎటుపోవాలి? కాండము పత్రాల వరకు సరఫరా చేస్తుంది. ఓకే. The stem carries the water absorbed by the roots to different parts of the plant. In the similar manner, stem also carries food from leaves to all the parts. అంటే పత్రాల్లో తయారైన ఆహార పదార్థము ఎక్కడికి? స్టోరేజ్ పాయింట్స్ అండ్ ద యూటిలైజేషన్, ఎక్కడైతే ఉపయోగపడుతుందో అక్కడికి ఆ పదార్థము క్యారీ అవుతుంది త్రూ ద స్టెమ్. డూ యు నో some plants like potato, turmeric, garlic, and ginger and sugarcane store food material in the stem, due to which the stem bulges in size. Generally, we think that these are all tubers or roots. Actually, they are modified stems. Previously, ఇంతకు ముందు ఒక పాప చెప్పింది చూసారా, మనం రూట్స్ క్యారెట్ రాడిష్ డిస్కస్ చేస్తున్నప్పుడు స్టెమ్స్ అన్నారు. No, they are roots. Now, yeah, these garlic, turmeric, ginger, sugarcane, all these are stems, of course, modified stems. Why? Because the food is stored in the stems. Whenever some food is stored, automatically what will happen? They bulges in size. Okay. How will you know these are the stems? Why? Because these, remember, these stem having some scars. These are the nodes. Okay. So plants and functions. Most plants around us have roots, leaves, stems, and flowers. All parts of the plants carry out some functions essential for the whole plant. It means roots carry some functions, stem carries some functions, leaves carry some functions. In your higher classes, you will learn about the fruits, flowers, they are all carry some functions. There are diverse forms of plants in nature, and plants adapt themselves to the different conditions in nature in different ways. For example, while stems usually support the plant body, in some plants, they adapt and start storing food. అంటే కొన్ని మొక్కలలో స్టెమ్ సపోర్టింగ్ కొరకే ఉపయోగపడితే, కొన్ని మొక్కలలో స్టెమ్ స్టోరింగ్ కోసం కూడా ఉపయోగపడుతుంది. In some plants, roots helps for fixing and absorption of water, and in some plants, roots help for storage of food also. In some leaves, they appear for they having some venation and helpful in the photosynthesis. Okay, so like this, roots, stem, leaves, all they perform different parts, different ways in different plants. Right? Plant parts. Flower is another important part in the plant. Flowers are meant for reproduction. In higher classes, you will learn clearly about the flowers. They are meant for sexual reproduction. Particularly the flower. In the flower, androecium is the male part is there, gynoecium is the female part is there. They produce gametes and they're meant for sexual reproduction. Okay. Rahul, We are not concentrating on the lesson. Okay. Rahul, keep silent or quit from the class. Okay. Right. Next, the important parts of a plant are roots, stems. This is the main key points, and we are at the ending stage of this class. Taproot system and fibrous root system are two types of root systems seen in plants. Roots absorb water and minerals from the soil and also help in anchoring or fixing the plant body to the soil. The stem bears branches, leaves, flowers, and fruits. The stem carries the water absorbed by the roots to different parts of the plant. Leaves are involved in preparing food. They also help in exchange of gases and transpiration. Right? Leaf base, petiole, lamina, midrib are all parts of a leaf. Reticulate and parallel venation are found in leaves. This is about the today's class, particularly the plant parts of a leaf. Okay. So, children, today's class, we discussed briefly about the plant parts and functions. These are commonly, we discussed about three parts: roots, stem, leaves. First of all, roots are meant for fixing the plant in the soil and absorbing about the water and minerals. What about the stem? Carries water throughout the plant parts, and it carries food materials from leaves to all the body parts, all the plant parts. What about the leaves? They are meant for preparation of the food, and they are meant for gaseous exchange, and they are meant for transpiration. Okay. One more. Most of the plants attractively flowers are present. They are meant for reproduction. Okay. In the leaves, a venation is there. Two types of venation is there: reticulate, parallel. In the taproot systemed plants, we observe reticulate venation. In the fibrous root systemed plants, we observe parallel venation. These are the key points which are important for your NMMS examination. While we are sending a Google form also, we will focus on these issues. Right? Some plants having storage roots, some plants having storage stems also. In higher classes, you will learn about some storage leaves also present. Right? So now come on to the chart. Any doubts? You will ask in the chat. Any one or two persons raise your hands. So I will permit you to talk about these few issues. Anyone? Okay, Bharat sir. Bharat sir?
Yes, sir. Cheppan, sir.
Okay, okay. Close.
Okay, sir. Thank you, sir.
Okay.